recently Toledo was ranked the 8th poorest city in America. There was a measurement done by the USA Today on Monday that ranked happiness of residents, and it was a 2-year survey of like 50,000 people. Toledo was ranked, I believe, 162nd out of 168 cities in terms of overall happiness of its residents. We have one of the highest foreclosure rates in the country. We have one of the highest teen pregnancy rates, for example, in the country. We have one of the highest unemployment rates in the country. So, the frustrating thing is if there ever was a community or a city in America that desperately needed elected officials to put progress ahead of politics, it would be Toledo, Ohio. And from my vantage point, at least, and I'm just one guy in the system, that is not being done right now. So it's disheartening. Young people should not be afraid of getting involved, but they should also know what they're walking into, which is, it's not a walk in the park. Public service can be a very, to be honest, it can be a very noble calling, a noble calling. I think, unfortunately, in Ohio, in Northwest Ohio, and Toledo specifically, politics sometimes attracts folks that are in it for the wrong reasons. And I've seen that firsthand. It's not a mystery. I've made that pretty clear. I just think that Toledo especially is plagued by a really like a circle the wagons mentality when it comes to change. There's just this good old boys network that does not want to give up power and doesn't really care about ideas or issues or programs. It's all about control, and that's really has been disheartening. So, I think it's wise to consider before you get into politics if there are other ways to make your voice heard. Sometimes they might be more enjoyable.
Do you think this musical chairs deal? You think that's a result of the good old boy network?
Sure.
Just
of course. It's backroom deals. That's all it is. I announced a couple days ago I wasn't going to run, and there's about 4 or 5 days now between when I announced I wasn't going to run and the filing deadline. I got criticized, yesterday by the party chairman for not giving him enough time to select a candidate. My view of it is let everybody run, let the people select the candidate. That's sort of the way I thought a democracy is supposed to work. Not that the party goes in the back room and says, okay, this is who we're going to have. This is who we're going to have on the ballot. So it looks like it's actually working out well. And it wasn't my plan necessarily to have it work out this way, but there looks to be about 5 or 6, maybe even 7, quality applicants. All different walks of life, old, young, white, black, rich, poor, and everything in between. So it'll work out well, I think, for the party. But the party doesn't like that. The actual, party officials,
I can imagine,
they don't like because again, it goes back to my initial assessment or critique of Toledo politics, which is the most important thing to most politicians and most party bosses is not ideas or progress. It's control, power, and when you open up the primary system, when you open up the voting to number of candidates and let the people decide, the party loses power, and that's something that they don't want to do. So, that's sort of the climate we're in right now, and it's really sad. I don't want to do too much talking here, but I'll say a couple more things.